around the Northwest, Democrats in Olympia have released their operating budget proposals for the next 4 years.
Albert James breaks down their plan and explains why the state's treasurer is concerned.
We focused on building a thoughtful, sustainable plan that protects the services that people need and promotes our long-term fiscal sustainability.
Senate Democrats are proposing the state spend $77.7 billion over the next 2 years, an increase of about $6.5 billion from the current 2-year budget cycle. They attribute $4.4 billion of that increase to money needed to maintain current programs due to increased usage and inflation, while $1.6 billion represents new investments in areas like K-12 material and operating costs and special education. Over the next 4 years, Democrats say they're saving $6.5 billion in part by delaying expansions to state child care programs and requiring state employees to take furlough days throughout 2026.
Washingtonians have asked us loud and clear to look for reductions and write a balanced budget that both makes reductions as well as makes investments and adds to revenue.
As they await revenue from new taxes on the wealthy and sales and property tax changes they proposed last week, Senate Democrats plan on using state reserves in 2026 to fund the budget before refilling the accounts in the years after.
It does go low, but it quickly builds back to a very strong point due to the revenue that we're assuming.
State Treasurer Mike Pelliciotti has warned against using up state reserve funding, saying it could have a negative impact on Washington's credit rating and the state's ability to respond to economic challenges on the horizon.
We are dealing with incredible uncertainty now as the state of Washington, both with the federal government, wildfires, and other threats that might come our way, and just economic volatility. It is absolutely critical that the state not drain its rainy day fund. To do so would be very dangerous toward the future financial health of our state.
In the House, Democratic budget leaders did not touch state reserves. While they also proposed new revenue sources and have similar amounts of spending and reductions, the House proposal has slight differences from the Senate in how they're bringing in that revenue and what they're cutting. For example, they're not telling state employees to take mandatory furloughs.
We cannot balance the budget on their backs. Everything we have fought to maintain is supported by their work, and we continue to rely on their good work and want to honor that work.
The governor's office says they're in the process of reviewing the budget proposals. Governor Ferguson previously made it clear he wanted cuts first and new taxes as a last resort. Both House and Senate Democrats say they worked off his suggested spending reductions, but budget cuts alone won't work.
The impacts would just be too deep and too catastrophic for our communities and our kids. So we think this takes a balanced approach, and we really look forward to the conversation over the next many weeks.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.